Steve Beyond here in my garage. You know, a lot of folks want to know more about my funny Fairmont, and well, this is it. It's a 1981 Ford Fairmont that I started building way back in, I don't know, 2009 or something like that, a long time ago, when I lived in California. And you see out there's a thing called Senate Bill 42, where you can modify cars up to 1975. You don't have to go through smog check. Well, after 1975, every 2 years you have to go through smog check. And you can't put V8s in cars that were too new, like this one. So in California, this thing had a 200 cubic inch Ford six-banger. And that's how it was. When I moved here to Massachusetts about 10 years ago, I was free to put a V8 in this thing, and that's what we have right here. Now, a lot of folks look at this, what is that? Is it an I-Force Toyota motor or what? No, this is just a Ford Mach 1 4.6 4-valve 4-cam Cammer engine, similar to what Ford put into the SVT Cobra Mustangs, but in the case of the Mach 1 in 03 and 04, last 2 years of that family of Mustang, it was very similar to the Cobra engine, slightly decontented. Some of them had cast cranks, whereas some had forged. But what I didn't want to have is that box manifold with a throttle body. So what I did is I contacted an Australian company called DCNO, and they make these types of manifolds for four-door supercar road race series racing in Australia. So what I had Kinsler do was make these stacks, which go on top of the 8-stack injection from the Australian company. I made 12-inch stacks, and it looks like an old Hillborn setup, but ordinarily down in Australia, this manifold lives inside of a box under the hood of a Ford, whatever they had, those little race cars down there, the four-door things. But here it is. It looks like a 427 Camry or something like that, but it's totally modern and totally new. It's a lot of fun. It's hooked up to a 5-speed manual transmission, and I don't worry too much about junk getting into the engine. To be honest with you, gravity does a pretty good job of keeping rocks, small children, coins, and pebbles from getting inside of the engine. And I mean, I wouldn't drive down a dusty road, but I've probably got about, I don't know, 16,000 miles on this thing that doesn't use any oil. So nature's air filter, gravity, is doing a pretty good job. Nature's air.